Alright, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'ashah Rakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to pretty much get into a lesson on how there's going to be a famine on all levels. We already know there's going to be a lack of bread and water in that day. But also, it's going to be a famine of answers, of this word, man. The famine of the word. It's going to be a lack of answers in that day, man, for the people who haven't pretty much came into this thing, man. In that day, it's going to seem very bleak. Matter of fact, there's going to be no hope for these people, man, in that day, man. It said 5:1. It said, nevertheless, has come in the tokens. See, and it's talking about these different prophecies. Why it's known as tokens? Because these are different dark sayings and parables, which that's what prophecy consists of, is different parables and dark sayings. So once you get a hold to it, that's like finding a treasure, man. So these different prophecies, it said, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. See, meaning what mass death is coming in a major way. People gonna be dying of this and dying of that. It said, and the way of truth shall be hidden. See, meaning what? This word is not gonna always be on display. When martial law is enforced, you still see us on the highways and hedges. No, man. And that day, the Lord is gonna take us out the street, man. That's when the word is gonna. That's when the word is gonna fully be made manifest, man. We ain't gotta say nothing else. We ain't gotta explain nothing else. It's gonna be in your face. So it's saying the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. See, meaning what? They ain't gonna have no hope in that day, man. Ain't gonna be no hope for these people in that day, man. Why? Because it's not gonna have. They're not gonna have no answers. See, what America is, once it's fully broken down, when they set up when you see these different military troops, patrolling the streets, when they when this chip get mandated, you know, they this famine is here, that they giving out rations or whatever the case may be. Pretty much when all hell break loose, you know, the ones that don't pretty much that's not in this truth, the pavilion of the Lord, you know. Guess what? You're gonna be bearing of faith, man. Meanwhile, you're not gonna have no hope in that day. You're gonna be looking for answers in that day, man. But what it said, the way of truth gonna be hidden unto you, you know. Matter of fact, I think that's because these people they're gonna realize how precious this word was. Let's get that real quick. 1 Samuel 3. The 1 Samuel 3:1. It said, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli. And the word of the Lord was precious in those days, and there was no open vision. See? So in those days, the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua was precious, man, meaning rare, man. You know? It wasn't like it was always on display, man. It wasn't easily accessible like how it is right now, the time we in, when you can just, go online and type of anything any thing concerning these scriptures and prophecy. You can get that information accessible right now. If you want to know the end of the movie, you will say, well, what's the end of America, whatever the case may be, man. His answer is on display right now. But guess what? In that time, you're going to see how precious, the words of Yahweh Shema Shah is, because these words are comfort, man. It's comforting, man. And this is what's going to keep you in that time to come. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. It's Isaiah 33. And 6, it said, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. See, and it's just not no regular or conventional wisdom. You learn how to change a tie. You know, uh, uh, you know, fix a damn computer, man. No, this wisdom is concerning uh, how to preserve yourself, man. You know, the wisdom of life, which is pertaining to these scriptures, man. So it said, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. So this is what's going to keep us stable in that day. Why? Because we're going to have the answers. When you have them truths kicking in your door, a scripture going to come to mind. You already know why. See, that's what's gonna reason why these people gonna fall apart, because they ain't gonna know why. We can actually go to the source and know why these things are happening, man. That's why it's gonna be the stability of our times. That's confident. You ain't shooting from the hip of what's going on. You know exactly what times we. Oh, that's why I tell you. Pastor Paul said in Thessalonians, you shall know perfectly. you know, you know perfectly, man. So we very well know what times we in, man. It said, and wisdom now shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See? So this word is the knowledge and wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Hashem Shah. That's going to be the strength of our salvation, man. Why? Because there's where the answers lie, man. You know? That's where the answers lie, man. But everybody else, you know, especially here in America, if you're not part of the elect, man, you know, it's going to be a long road, a long walk off a short pier, man. You know, because there ain't going to be no answer for them people in that day, man. Because they're not prepared. They weren't anticipating, you know, troops kicking in their doors and, you know, gun butting them in the face or throwing them in the concentration camps, or there's a big famine looming, you know. These all hell about to break loose. You got these elections that's causing a lot of uproar, you know. So when shit hits the fans, you know, these people ain't gonna know why, who, what, when, where, and why. They just gonna be caught up in it, man. Oh, it tells you that the sons of men are snared in the evil time, because they going by they not knowing that America is coming to its end, man. But guess what? What's the bridge of knowing is this truth, man. That's the bridge of you know, who, what, when, where, and why. This truth, because that's what's gonna give you the answer. So this Isaiah 24, and I started at 10. It said the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. See, it said there's a crying for wine in the streets. See, meaning what? There's crying for answers, man. You know, see, it's gonna be a time these people gonna actually want answers. They're gonna come up to you. You know, let's just if they even get it, you know, because which you're gonna have people that come across you. That's why you got Jeremiah 15th chapter, man. You know, because there's gonna be a point in time where the internet is not gonna be on. You're gonna shut the internet off, or some parts of the internet. You know, well, we already know that it's true. They're gonna fully take that off. You know, so when all hell breaks loose, when shit hits the fans, when things are not going the way that you think it is, now you want to see why and how can you, you know, get out that situation. It's gonna be too late, man. That's why I said there's a crying for wine in the street. See, you is longing for answers, man. You crying out for answers. You at the point you don't just want answers. You need answers. You know, that's why I said it's a crying for wine. So it said there's a crying for wine in the streets. This is all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. See, and that's when you're gonna ask for answers, man. When that's why I tell you that Ecclesiastes 12 chapter says return to the Creator in the days of our youth, before the evil days draw nigh, when thou shalt have no pleasure in them. See, we're in a time where there's no pleasure in these days, when the mirth is gone. You know, but there's gonna be a time where it's in your face, where you can't just sit back and watch a rerun of an old NFL game. You ain't gonna be able to do that in that day. You know, it's gonna be nothing but sorrow. I always say sorrow is gonna be upon every side, man. So you're gonna be trying to look for relief by asking for answers, but guess what? It ain't gonna be no answers in that day. It's gonna be a famine of the word. Let's see, the Lord said He's gonna send a famine. You know, it's gonna be a lack of bread and water, but also it's gonna be a famine of hearing His word. It's gonna be a famine of answers. So that means you ain't gonna have no glimpse of hope in that day, man. You know. So this is Amos 8:11. It said, "Behold, the days come," said the Lord power. See, it's coming, man. It's gonna be a day where the Lord's gonna take us off the streets. That we ain't gonna have to do no videos, you know, warning you, you know. Ain't gonna be that day where ain't gonna be a day where when you see like I said, you see the martial law troops, and you know that's the thumbnail, and you got us in the background saying, we told you, no, man. And that day when the Lord pulls out the street, that's when that word's gonna be fully manifested, man. You know, and you're gonna know why these things are happening. But it's gonna be too late. We told you why it was happening. You know? So it said, "Behold, the days come," said the Lord power, "that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst for water." See? Which that's actually coming, but this type of famine the Lord is saying is not just no regular famine. There's gonna be a famine, not of bread nor thirst for water. It says, but of hearing the words of the Lord. See? That's what's gonna be a famine of hearing the word, a famine of the word, man. Which it's not like you just talking shit. You know, no, man. No, we actually is warning you, man. And giving you answers, giving you the who, what, when, where, and why. The truth's coming because, or the famine coming because, and yes, man, that's what this word consists of, man. You know, but in that day, the Lord gonna put us out the street, and all them things that we have been speaking of is gonna happen, man. Because these are the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. It said, "And they shall wander from sea to sea." And that's talking about the internet, man. You going on this site, and, you know, YouTube don't work no more, so you going to Google, you going to damn Daily Motion, you know, you looking at these different sites and going through different outlets throughout the internet to find the answers, man. To find some, you know, uh, what was that scripture you were bringing out again? Or what was that name? You know, they're gonna be searching for all that. It said they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. See, and that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna say no results found. Whatever you type of Israelites, the name, the true name of the God in the Bible, in the Paleo Hebrew, whatever, you got a long, drawn out search engine you just typed up, and it's gonna say no results found, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. You know, you're not gonna have no answer, no type of relief in that day. That's why I said the land is gonna be barren of faith. The land gonna be barren of faith. Meaning what? These people ain't gonna have no hope in that day. They ain't gonna have no answers. They ain't gonna know why these things are happening, man. You know, that's why the only ones that's gonna be preserved is the ones that hear this word. You know, and matter of fact, let's get that real quick. But it's only for a limited time. It's not like this is gonna be always on display, man. This is 1 Timothy 4:16. It says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine." See, it's gonna be this doctrine, you know, it's gonna be the bridge of your salvation, man. This actually the first steps of mercy is on the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah opening your eyes and ears to this and believing that this is the truth, man. You know, that's the first steps of mercy. It said, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them." See, it says, "For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." See, so that's why it's on display now. So when that time comes, you're gonna be preserved because it's in you. You know, those key scriptures. You know, like you read about the different men that went through these different adversity. You read the outcome of them. You know, you anticipating the hell that's about to come down, what that's about to intensify. You know, the Lord is prepping our minds. You know, It said, gird up the loins of your mind. See, for the things that's about to come down. But in that time, because we got the answers, we already know why the boogeyman is. We know the boogeyman's finna come up in the next scene. So you're not gonna jump in that day. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. The Lord gonna put a heavy spirit on us on that day. You're gonna be. You might be spooked. Because hey, Lord ain't he ain't say he don't say fear not for not. Because it's gonna be a day like no other, man. But the Lord, He's gonna put a spirit on us that we're not gonna fall apart in that day. It's because of this truth, man. But everybody else, they're not gonna you know, they're not gonna be like, yeah, I'm the last man standing. I'm just Mr. Macho. You Rambo in that day. No, man. The lack of answers is gonna overthrow these people, man. So this is Ezekiel 3:26. It says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou shalt be dumb. See, and thou shalt not be to them a reprover. See, and that's the day we coming in, man. That the Lord is gonna pretty much stop having His word on display. When something is for a limited time only, that's exactly what it means. You know, and it's not like this was something in the cut. Matter of fact, this not like this is something that's in the cut, man. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai had this thing all the way on display. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find this real quick, Akim. Because the Lord he's not talking in the corner. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Ah, yeah, that's it. This is Isaiah 45:19. It says, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I the Lord speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. See, so Yahweh Shemel Shai wasn't speaking in secret or in a dark place. It wasn't like we in the corner, we whispering about, this thing of ours, man. No, this is actually on display, man. This is a secret that we're not hiding, man. Or it tells you that it said preach ye upon the housetops, and that's what you see. You see us uploading these videos. You see us on the highways and hedges. So it's not like this word wasn't on display. The Lord was pretty much selling Himself to you by the way of this word. It's just your fault that you didn't hearken, man. So now we're gonna pretty much we're gonna see the results of hearkening unto the word and not hearkening, man. You know. So it says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth. Ezekiel 3:26 again says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and that thou shalt be dumb, and shall be to them and shall not be to them a reprover for their rebellious house. See? So in that day when you want to ask a question, no, we're not going to reprove you. Only thing we're going to give you is Jeremiah 15 chapter on. That's why, matter of fact, let's end it off on that. Jeremiah 15:2. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? See? So this is when shit hits the fans, when somehow, some way they got a hold of you, because the internet ain't gonna be on, man. But it said we're not gonna be reproved unto them. So that's why I said, whither shall we go? It said, then shalt thou say unto them, thus saith the Lord. So we're gonna get this precept and say, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. And that's the only thing we're gonna be able to tell you in that day, man. And you wondering why there's martial law troops in throughout the streets of America, overwhelming military present throughout America. You coming in that day, you asking why? Well, we're gonna get this scripture for you, man, because this word was on display to warn you and prep you for these things to come. So when it do come, you trust in your whole heart and you have by small shot, you have comfort that these things that were spoken is not coming to pass, man. That's actually gonna boost your faith when these things come to pass. But everybody else that wasn't hearkening, they wanted to be here in America. They love this American lifestyle. But guess what? These are the things that's gonna come upon you. You're gonna ask what you gonna go for. What shall you do? How can you be delivered? And we're gonna give you an answer that's pretty much letting you know that ain't no hope for you, man. That's why I said the land is gonna be barren of faith. There ain't gonna be no hope for these people in that day, man, because they ain't gonna have the answers. And let's just say they do come across the prophets. Well, they're gonna get this scripture right here, Jeremiah 15th chapter, man, because it's gonna be too late. You know? So yeah, I just hope to be edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the pastor that is a great millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word and our true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide the ball.